Hello everyone, my name is Jitin Pandey and I am starting a new module in 2023 examination from prelims and mains point of the view. So,
Welcome to UPSC CSErs.
I myself is a UPSC aspirant who has given the 4 attempts already and I am able to get through the prelims in the 3 attempts. In the very first attempt, I was not able to qualify the CSET. So, let me share my journey with you first of all. So, this is, you can see that I have cleared my examination 2018. And following this I appeared in the 19 examination, but unfortunately I was not able to clear the prelims this year. Was able to clear the cutoff of paper 1. 19 was the cutoff for unreserved category. This was the category for the unreserved category. I had to clear the paper cutoff for paper 1 only. And then I appeared in 2020 again. This year I had written my first main. I scored extraordinarily well in paper 1, 108 marks and 79 marks in paper 2. As we are engineers, it's a custom for it between us not to take the CSET too seriously. I have scored 1 or 2 papers only, but still able to pass the good marks. Then in 2021, again I appeared. This time I scored 91 in the paper 1 and 71 in the paper 2. And 2022 again I have appeared this year, and I have been waiting for my mains, waiting for my mains result. I am scoring this year around 126 in paper 1, prelims paper 1, and 110 in prelims paper 2. Mains also have went well, so I am very much hopeful that this year I might get to the examination. I don't think believe that I have understood the pattern of the examination, pattern of demand of the examination, from where the question are being asked, what are the sources that are generally referred by the examiners for asking the question. These are all I think that I have been able to get a good grasp at. So it might fetch me the good result in the coming future. Beside me, this purpose of this module is to help those students who are the freshers, who are fresher, who are a beginner, who don't understand how to prepare well, and they end up wasting lots of their time in those things that are not valuable. वो ऐसी चीजों में टाइम वेस्ट कर देते हैं जिसका कोई सर पर नहीं होता, कोई बुकों के बुके पढ़े जा रहा है, कोई जिसका मन में जो आ रहा है वो करे जा रहे हैं. यहाँ पे आपको फिलोसफी में ज्यादा फोकस नहीं करना है, आपको सिर्फ फोकस करना है जो एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन पूछा जा रहा है, प्लस जो आपको आंसर करना है वो एकदम सिंक्रोनाइज होना चाहिए. जो क्वेश्चन पूछा गया उसका आपको आंसर करना है और बेस्ट फॉर्म में आंसर करना है. ज्यादा यहाँ पे ज्ञानगिर बनने की जरूरत नहीं होती है. बट एग्जामिनेशन में काफी डीप एग्जाम क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं, ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं जिसका कोई आंसर ही नहीं होते हैं, जो एक्स वाई जेड को करने के लिए कई साल ज्ञान चाहिए होता है. ये तो तभी होता है जब कोई बच्चा पैदा होते पढ़ने लग जाता है, तो उसके हैंड से पढ़ता रहता है. तो ऐसे सब हाइपोथेटिकल चीजें हैं, कोई रियलिटी नहीं है उसकी. इन सब चीजों को दूर करने के लिए हमने मॉड्यूल बनाया है जिसमें इनपुट एंड आउटपुट मैक्सिमाइज होगा, प्लस आपको वेल चैनलाइज्ड एक मेंटरशिप मिलेगी कि किस तरीके से क्या जरूरी है एग्जाम के लिए, ताकि आप एग्जाम कर पाए मिनिमम टाइम मिनिमम प्रैक्टिस. सो लेट अस स्टार्ट विद द फीचर्स ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन. Alright, so yes, as I said, people are coming in the arena with certain dilemmas. First of all, it's just whether to take the coaching or not. For my point of the view, coaching is not at all necessary for the examination. So they come for the examination, prepare for the examination. In examination, what they start preparing for the GS. They spend 2-3 lakh rupees for preparation of the GS. GS will fetch students to the most 400 to 450 marks to the max. Student who has taken coaching from the 7 to 8 institutes will be getting marks in a range to 400 to 450. Student who has not taken any of the coaching, has self-prepared, will be getting the marks in the range of this if he is sincere. So preparing from point of view, taking coaching from point of view of the GS is not at all advisable by any of the sane person. I'm not talking about the insane, because the world is full of, as I see, have you all have seen that videos, tags, alright. So from GS point of the view, there is no point of taking the coaching classes. But if you really want to opt for coachings, then you can go for the optional classes. For optional subjects, you can go for the coaching, because optional is something that's a game changer. Alright, they are less costly. Main thing is that they are game changer. You can score as high as 350 in the optionals. It's a very high score. So if you are from the engineering background, you are opting for anthropology, you are opting for sociology, such kind of subjects, then different from your graduation subject, then you can go for the optional. Optional has the benefiting that it will help you get a far better marks, will save your time. You are wasting the whole year studying the 40 subjects. Better utilize that time on the preparation of the optional. It will cost you less, it will save your time, or fetch you more marks. Doing coaching for the optional is advisable. For the GS, it's not very appreciable. Alright. Second point of the discussion will be the resource limitation. We all understand there is a limitation of the person in terms of time and money. Person coming in the field of the UPSC has somewhere in his mind, in his heart, somewhere ingrained that he has to get to the examination at very first attempt. he has to get through it because he took everything at stake that he should get through the very time. ऐसा लगता है कि वो पहले ही अटेम्प्ट में नहीं हुआ तो पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा. ऐसा हम धीरे धीरे समझते हैं. As the time passes away, we realize that cracking the examination very much was a difficult thing. It requires many of the things getting in synchronized, like your preparation, your efforts, and your luck as well. Generally, you should take 2 attempts at least at your way to crack the examination. You can get through in the one attempt as well. There's nothing good, but that will require intense level of the hard work and the input-output ratio very optimal, great level of the mentorship. Alright, this is the time. And this is something, this habit that you hurriness in your mind or your, what you call, to be in a flow to achieve the thing in a very fast manner. This what make you a prey for the coaching centers. Coaching realize that students is in need to is in rush to crack the examination. They utilize this mentality of the student to prey upon them. Okay, so be aware that being in hurry is good thing, but being in hurry as well if you are not thinking and planning the thing rationally, if you are do not opting for a right mentorship. Alright, second comes the money. Money is also a matter. What happens, like you spend, as I said, you spend 2 to 3 lakhs already in a coaching center. Alright, you have already spent it. Now the game started. You enter coaching, you realize that coaching is not at all required. As I said, you realize it after the completing your coaching. Now what will happen? You have to crack examination. For that, you will require the practice. Classes will not do anything. Practice will do the thing. For practice, you need test series. This is where the main thing starts. Test series. If you go for test series, there will be optional test series. There will be mains test series, prelims test series. This all set will again cost you around 1 to 1.5. Now there are limitations of the money as well, because if you again go ask your family that you want money, there will be some frictions, like there will be questions and answers, so they will ask you for performance or decisions, lots of the things. Alright. Besides this, there is one more thing. Like the working professional, it might be possible that they don't have even the time that is available for the normal student. Similarly, in case of the money, person from economically weaker background might suffer to afford even the 1 to 3 lakh of the coaching fees that other students are supporting. We have designed this module to keeping in mind this limitation of the students, that they have a limitation of the time they want to get through the various time, they have limitation of the money. They cannot keep on spending money on everything. Test series, coaching classes, on enrichment or everything. Keeping on this mind, we have designed this module to help you achieve your goals. You improvise, you study, and achieve your goals in a very first go. How? Let us discuss this. Alright, first of all, we have to understand the mindset of the UPSC. UPSC is having a quality that is far better than SSC. We all accept this thing. इन वट मैटर, किन चीज़ों में क्या सकता है कि इसकी क्वालिटी एसएससी से बेटर होती है. क्वेश्चन का स्टैंडर्ड अच्छा है, या क्वेश्चन का दिखने का तरीका अच्छा है, एक ग्रामर अच्छी है, क्या क्या चीज़ अच्छी है इन क्वेश्चन में. ये चीज़ में डिपेंड करता है. दिस डिपेंड्स ऑन द लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड दैट द यूपीएससी क्रिएट्स. इन एसएससी यू डोंट फाइंड एनी सच लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड. देयर इज द क्वेश्चन ऑन द मैथ. Person who has been practicing this for 3 years will solve it in a faster pace compared to the person who has just started. In the UPSC examination, this is not a factor. Here, a level playing field is created by irrespective of you are a fresher or a candidate in a 6th attempt. Alright. For example, in the prelims, the questions that are being asked again and again are those questions are certain pattern. If you are able to understand the pattern, if a fresher is able to understand the pattern, he will get through the prelims. If a candidate in the 6th attempt is not able to understand pattern, then he might be chances that he will be out of the even the 6th attempt. This happens, but I have seen many of the people in the 5th or 6th attempt who have cleared their UPSC in the last attempt, not able to clear the prelims itself because they have not understood the pattern. If a fresher understood it, he will get through the prelims year after year. This is what the prelims is all about. Second point is that prelims, this uniqueness of this pattern. Second thing is that uniqueness. Question are unique for everyone, for fresher or even the candidates with the multiple attempts. How? For example, there is a question this year, the frontal orbital bombardment system. This is the question that is new even for the candidate in the 6th attempt. You might not have heard about this question, even the fresher. But with a logical thinking, analyzing the question, person with a rational mindset might be able to get to the answer. This is what where the uniqueness of the level playing field of prelims lie, in the pattern and the uniqueness. Similarly, we can say in the mains. In the mains, what is happening in the recent year, that the UPSC is asking questions from certain topics. In the mains, you will find 18 questions out of the 20 with a repeated theme. Number of the themes also in the mains is very low. So whole point of the main discussion is that the person with a 3 to 4 months of the preparation can create very good answer based on these limited topics. if the prelims have this much of area with certain pattern, certain uniqueness of the question for all, mains is having certain topics that from which the question are being asked again and again. Any person could serious candidate could manage to have a good answer for this topic in 2 to 250 words and could fetch a very good answer. So this is what the fair playing field of the mains like. We have discussed it for prelims and mains, but how? The question is how we have discussed this portion by focusing on dynamic aspect, that UPSC focuses on dynamic aspects both in the prelims and the mains. Alright, prelims and mains. In the prelims, there are certain pattern and it is something certain uniqueness. Okay. In the mains, they are having certain themes on which the question are being repeated again and again. Special focus remains on the UPSC on dynamism, because dynamism is something which everyone has to read afresh, be a fresher or be a person with a skilled attempts, 6 to 7 or whatever the attempts. Alright, this is what the UPSC is focused on. So we have understood the limitation of the students plus what the UPSC demands. UPSC focuses on the level playing field. It don't they incline the field from in favor of anyone. Alright. So what will our approach in this module? This module will be focused on optimize the resource. Optimize the resource, both your time and money. Both will be optimized. How we will optimize? By expecting the resources of coaching institutes. Alright. Institutes to get best out of for us, for me, for our team, for our students, for our viewers. How we will do it for focusing? What could be asked? Alright. We will be discussing this thing. Look, how we will be scheduling this module. Look, we have to think, as I said, that we have to realize this thing that coaching classes are not necessary. Coaching classes, rather, the coaching classes is a disadvantage, because the faculties that are teaching in the coaching classes are the faculties that are having experience of the examination 20 years before the time you will appear for the examination. Like you have to appear 23. Then the faculties in the institutes, you might have high probability that he might appear in the examination in 2008. To the late, he might have appeared in 2015. 7 years, lots of water have brought down the Ganga. Lots of changes have been introduced in the examination. Sources have changed, pattern has changed, nature of the question has changed, way the question are asked is being getting changed. So these are all things that will put you in disadvantage in the classes if you opt for the class. But one thing is have to be appreciated about this institute, that they produce a study material of very very high standard. You can rely on the study material for the preparation of the coaching UPSC examination. But again, this थिंक कम हजारों इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं मार्केट में, एटम से ज़्यादा इंस्टीट्यूट है करोड़ बाग में, तो ठीक है उनका स्टडी मटेरियल का इतना है कि शायद एक जगह रखा जाता बुर्ज खलीफा छोटा पड़ जाए, इतना स्टडी मटेरियल जो है हर इंस्टीट्यूट प्रोड्यूस करता है इतना स्टडी मटेरियल, और यहाँ पर हजारों इंस्टीट्यूट है, तो किसी भी फ्रेशर के लिए ये हर चीज़ जाना करने का पॉसिबल नहीं है. इवन द 5th or 6th attempt students cannot go for each and every study material. Here what is required? Understanding of what is the question are being asked in the examination. This will come from the analysis. Plus, there are certain questions in the study material that are really new. That's as I said, UPSC will keep a fair playing field. जो क्वेश्चन UPSC पूछेगा, जो फर्स्ट ईयर फर्स्ट फ्रेशर है, पहला इस साल में आप अपेयर है, दूसरा अटेम्प्ट है आपका, तो आपको डिसएडवांटेज फील नहीं होगा कि यार ये तो बहुत ऐसा क्वेश्चन था, डीप क्वेश्चन था, तो शायद उनको याद होगा जो सिक्स अटेम्प्ट में, तो ऐसा कुछ आपको फील नहीं होने देगा UPSC. ये इस बात की एश्योरिटी है. Alright, but now the question arises, if you have this study material, you have study material from the study material, this prime institutes, but question is there are lots of study material. How far you can go to study them, and how much of you can remember it. Now this is how where this module will come into play. We will help you decode the study material to find out these topics that are high value topics and medium value topics. For example, a test series, किसी भी study material में any study material have only 20 to 25% of the material that is a high value topic. Rest all the topics are useless. Next come the medium level topics. Medium level topics comprises 15 to 20% of all study material volume. So in total, it is only 40 to 45% of the volume of the study material that is valuable. It means out of the 100 pages you are studying, it is only the 45 pages that has a probability of getting being asked in the question, because based on the concept of the UPSC that it creates a fair playing field, a uniqueness. Out of this 55 to 50 percent volume of there are two type of the thing. One thing is repeated. हर साल एक कुछ क्वेश्चन रिपीट होता है, 10 साल से क्वेश्चन रिपीट हो रहा है टेस्ट सीरीज में, वो यूपीएससी कभी नहीं पूछेगा, वो बस पेपर को भरने के लिए रखे जाते हैं क्वेश्चन। सेकेंडली, something that is UPSC will never ask. It might appear unique, but there are chances that this UPSC will never ask this question. Never ask the question. This is something that the fresher will never be able. Well, will find it difficult to analyze, to understand what will all comprise the high value question, and will this high value medium value question will be asked in the examination. Here, fresher will require the experience to find out high value questions and analysis whether this high value question could appear in the examination or not. Alright, so this is how here we will help you out to identify out of the study material, all the study material you have, the high values and the low value topics based on the experience the which of these topics are unique. Alright, this year which topics are unique compared to the last year test series of the same coaching center, which of these are some authenticity or reliability of getting been asked in the examination. This is what we will help you out. Okay, so this will be the feature of our module. This module will help you in high value topics and low value topics, plus will provide you a synchronized. One more problem is the test series is that information is scattered, extremely scattered. Alright, for example, you have a question on tropical cyclone. One test series, there's a question, one question on the test series will ask you tropical cyclone different zonation. Means another zone, next one. Another question on some other test series will ask the question on whether or the areas on which tropical cyclone will appear. Another test series will ask the question on the different categories of the tropical cyclone. So assimilating all this information and collecting them on with mind, thinking on it, will need your end to write the question, to fill this, getting yourself notes for each and every topic. There are hundreds of topics. So this is where we will help you out. We will provide you the backward and forward linkages of those high value topics. We are not we are first of all that we are not creating these high value topics. These are the study we are taking from the study material of the pre-match sheet. Alright, we are just filtering out what out of this whole bulky study material could be of useful, unique, plus reliability of getting been asked in the question. Besides this, we will provide you the backward and forward language of these topics. Alright, how this too will eventually help you increase your input-output ratio. Alright, this ratio will be improved, output-input ratio. Plus, you will be having a sufficient time to study and revise. Let us understand this point from a scenario. Like you are studying 100 questions, out of this only 45 is unimportant. With 45 probability that 45 will come in, has the probability of being asked. That's what 55 I am saying, as I already said, is being repeated or something. You take something you passively never ask. On the other hand, you have studied from this module those 45 high value module. You have spent 5 hours here. You have spent 1.5 to 2 hours here. Information here is in scattered form. Information here is in a well synchronized move. So these are all the benefits that you will get. It will save your time, plus provide you the opportunity to revise. Alright, plus venture on the other areas. This student who is doing this all bulky study will do the test. Have done like 50 tests, 50 tests plus test study materials before his prelims and mains, because he has gone through from all these 100 tests, irrespective of whether they are valuable or not. But you have went through only 45 questions, and similarly 13 questions out of 20 questions, high value questions in the mains. So it will save you a lot of time. This time you will use for the revision. This time you will use for venturing to the areas where your competitor has not went, because he is still stuck in this area. He is revising this 55 questions as well, which is never been asked in the question. जो time का waste कर रहा है वो अपना ज्ञान बढ़ा रहा है बस, कुछ नहीं होगा. ठीक है, आपने 45 क्वेश्चन पढ़े, स्मार्ट स्टडी करी, यहाँ पे रैबिट का रोल भी किया, प्लस आप यहाँ पे सोए भी नहीं, यहाँ पे टोटास का रोल भी किया और यहाँ पे सो भी गया रिवाइज करते वक्त. ठीक है, तो ये दोनों बेनिफिट आपको यहाँ पे होंगे इस मॉड्यूल को फॉलो करने पे. और जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, इस मॉड्यूल का प्राइम पर्पस यही है कि मैं अपने एक्सपीरियंस को, अपने टीम के एक्सपीरियंस को हेल्प कर पाऊँ स्टूडेंट्स के हेल्प के लिए, उन स्टूडेंट्स के एक्सपीरियंस के लिए जो कि नए हैं, प्लस उनके लिए भी है जो प्रेस में अटक रहे हैं या फिर जो किसी एग्जाम को नहीं कर पा रहे हैं क्लियर. तो उनके लिए ये है कि हम 23 के लिए प्रिपेयर करेंगे. ठीक है, इसमें हम स्टेप बाय स्टेप फॉलो करेंगे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम यहाँ पे कल से शुरू करते हैं. विजन का पेपर 1 हम स्टार्ट करेंगे. इसके हाई वैल्यू मीडियम वाले क्वेश्चन बैकवर्ड फॉरवर्ड के साथ हम अपलोड कर देंगे एक वीडियो में कल 8:30 से पहले इवनिंग में. सो होपफुली कि आप अपडेट रहेंगे और अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे, एंड जो मेंटरशिप आपको हम प्रोवाइड करेंगे थ्रू उसके अपने लेटेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस के थ्रू, ये आपको बेनिफिट करेगा एग्जाम को मिनिमम टाइम में मिनिमम एफर्ट और रिसोर्सेज के साथ कनेक्ट करने में. एंड So we wish you a good luck and stay updated. All right. So let's meet up tomorrow with the evaluation of the vision test series. We will go in a step-by-step manner. Vision. After that, we will do the site, then Vajra, then next IS. This is how we will approach for both the prelims and mains. So have a nice day. Thank you very much.